Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. Do you think this volcano is ever going to erupt? It's just been sitting here providing our civilization with extra industry the entire time. It's been threatening to blow for like thousands of years. But I think Mount Vesuvius might just be all positives. When we settled here, I was like, oh well, this is going to be kind of high risk, high reward. But nothing's happening. We actually have another volcano adjacent to our very profitable banana plantation. That one has also never done anything. I wonder if I should turn up the disaster intensity. I mean, it may just be weird luck. This game we've seen tornadoes and we've seen multiple floods out of this river and stuff. It's just our rivers and volcanoes have been remarkably calm. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it for another game or two until I have a better sense of it, but I'm definitely considering. We may want to turn the disaster intensity up. So, while I was sitting here setting up, I realized something. We're going to have a session of the World Congress in 10 turns. At that time, we're going to lose these effects. So we have 10 turns to get any culture bombs that we want to get. I'm pretty sure the aqueduct is going to give us one, the theater square is going to give us one, and is going to steal this territory, although it turns out that we might be able to take this tile just by taking over that city after it falls out of Dido's Empire. Hold on a second. Doesn't she have a thing? Yep, that's how you spell it. Her name is 4 letters long, and I managed to misspell it. Doesn't she have a thing that makes loyalty? It might be part of the Civ. Yeah, okay. Coastal cities founded by Phoenicia and located on the same continent as the capital are 100% loyal. So her capital's not even on this continent then, because otherwise it would be impossible for this city to flip. We gotta find... I guess we know there are multiple tectonic plates here, right? Yeah, okay, so maybe she is on this landmass, but is on a different part of it, or... I don't know. I got distracted. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, what I was saying is maybe the theater square culture bomb isn't actually going to be useful. This one's nice, but these are all tiles we would have gotten anyway. But we hit 7 population in Uppsala. And I'm wondering if maybe we want to build a commercial district right here just to steal land from Wilhelmina. Like, it's not great. It would be a fine commercial district. It would be totally okay, right? It's next to the river, that's good. We will eventually get this diamond tile anyway. But we could steal this already built and apparently quite valuable mine from her. We wouldn't be able to actually work it, because it's 4 tiles out from our city. So we would own the tile, but we wouldn't be able to do anything with it. But just the spite. Basically, my concern right now is spiting her. Also, I really thought she was going to come at us a little bit harder. With the troops, when she declared war, I thought we were maybe in some trouble, or at least like it would be difficult. She really kind of only had 1 wave of troops, and it only had 2 ranged units in it. So I guess this swordsman was not necessary. I think I maybe overpaid for the iron. I mean, we knew we overpaid for the iron, but I maybe didn't even need to bother because, boy oh boy, did she, like, not really bring it. His war is basically over. How long until I can negotiate a truce with her? Is it like 4 turns? 2 turns, okay. Yeah, I think we got this. So, once we've... We're rebuilding our trade routes, because she sacked them, which is an annoying thing for her to have done. Increases my desire to spite her. If we actually wanted to do that, out of curiosity, like, how feasible is that? Commercial hub will take 9 turns to build. We'd have to buy the land, and we just bought stuff, so we're out of money. Yeah. So I'd have to buy it next turn, start the build immediately, and then we'd probably have to, like, use the builder who's over here somewhere to, like, chop down this forest in order to make sure we got it done in time. That's probably not worth doing. Is it worth just walking over there and chopping the forest, though? And take advantage of Magnus being here and increasing the amount of industry we get from that, and then we build a mine because it's a hill. We could. I could also just leave it in place and build a lumberyard. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what this guy's doing. I know he's building a farm on that rice, but I suppose we could set up a camp or a plantation afterward. Yeah. Turns out we're going to need more builders. Okay, that's the thing we can do. I think I'm not going to bother with this. Let's just go ahead and get our trader rebuilt. I don't know if it's safe to have him rerun the route from Vasteras. That's what I want most. But I'm worried that until we're formally out of the war, this is a route that's very easy for Netherlands units to just run up and pillage. I guess we could move archers over in that direction. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with this, with the shenanigans over here. We'll pick up the wheat and the diamonds eventually. Right, yeah, they're outside of natural acquisition range for Utrecht. I think there's a city over here, though. Well, I mean, we know if the city is right here, it could grab either of those tiles. It could grab both of those tiles. And that is possible. It's either here or here. Well, I'm not going to stress about it too much. Maybe we'll just go down there and take a city or two, and that's how we'll end the war. Guy just hurls himself against our archers. Oh, look at that! Scythia actually showed up. They brought a warrior. Well, isn't that nice of them? As you can see here, they are indeed trying to threaten our other city, which would indeed make it awkward for me to run this trade route out that way. We might have to just run an inferior trade route for a brief time. Let's go ahead and take this guy's expert marksman promotion, and now he is absolutely terrifying. Of all our military forces, this archer is the most famous. None yet has achieved so many victories in war. Almost none of his XP has come from actually fighting. Great generals just keep coming along and awarding him stuff. Alright, we almost certainly just want to run the route to Stockholm, right? We gotta build the, amphitheater. So... yeah. And I think this route is relatively safe now that we've got our units in place. Okay, this guy also needs to take a promotion. Just move him down here and grab volley. Yeah, our units are doing all right, man. You need to run forward. Oh, that's right. We can upgrade archers now. They're all out of move, though. You don't even get the tooltip when they're out of move, which means I can't see what the cost is going to be. Yeah, this swordsman ended up maybe not being necessary. I thought we were going to have to fight a lot more pikes. In her defense, I think this is a really awkward attack. Like, if you want to come up through the lake, there's rivers all over the place, so moving units around is really awkward. It's like there's an awkward number of hills and marshes and forests, so you're only getting one space of movement in a bunch of places. Attacking us from over here is weird because of the rivers, and attacking us around the lake is bad because of the position of the encampment, and Uppsala is a little bit more vulnerable because you can walk right up along the river. You don't actually have to cross it to get into blockade range, but on the whole, I think that our terrain is really, really good for defense. What are we going to do here in Vasteras? We could panic and try to build walls. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Vasteras is not going to fall to a single pikeman, and we have archers following in right behind him. So maybe we just want to get on building our government plaza building so that we can then construct the Queen's Bibliothèque in the second tier once we hit that second tier government, which is not that far away. So if we were to do that, minus loyalty in cities without governors, but plus amenities and housing in cities with governors. Honestly, I kind of like that. Actually, I kind of like this too, though. Because, like, I'm planning to settle in new places, right? I'm planning to settle in new continents and whatnot. This might actually be very good. I do not think we are playing a Warlord's Throne kind of game. Part of the problem with this is that I don't yet know... I guess... Hey, there's a thing I could do. Let's build a scout. What I was going to say is I don't yet know whether we're actually going to find enough land for the Ancestral Hall to be justified. And the way we fix that is by building ourselves a unit. We can't build scouts anymore. We are now on skirmishers, and skirmishers are very expensive. Well, keep in mind, this is the rate of building that we're seeing without the extra industry from the trade route that we'd like to run here. But We also won't actually see that trade route for a little while, again, because I'm worried that it would just get pillaged, so maybe we want to build something else? Maybe we do just want to get started on the Ancestral Hall, or we could, like, kick the can down the road a little bit on this by just building our harbor instead. And building the harbor does get us the extra trade route. We also need to get our other theater square up. It's awkward. The city just needs more production. And the harbor is going to be very helpful with that. So we're going to have another amphitheater soon. When are we getting our next Great Writer? Oh, I think somebody just somebody just patronaged a Great Writer. Because these numbers don't really make sense any other way. Yeah, who is it? Is it you? You just patronaged a Great Writer. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit then. Probably that's enough time to get the amphitheater built in Jumping, so we probably have a ton of time before we actually need this theater square. I'm going to start building it. I think we have to get it established. We need the Great People Points coming in. All of our cities have to have them. It's very important. Okay, a second wave. They're still trying. I think this is going to work out very poorly for them, though. If this guy with his double attack is a crossbow, that's just terrifying. Ooh, they have a double promotion guy over here. Yeah, I'm going to not attack with him. He's just going to upgrade. We're going to try to find some good defensible positions for our other dudes here. So you are not healing, right? Is he not healing? Oh, do you need strategic resources to heal units that use strategic resources? That might be a thing. Okay, that's not helpful. Boy, I don't know where you would find this information. If there was a general... What we really want here is a concepts page about strategic resources. That's what I was looking for when I typed strat there. Combat, maybe? No, Healing? I need the page that explains how healing actually works. The concept pages, in my opinion, could use a lot of work. Yeah, I don't think there's really a page that gives me the information that I need here. But I know that it was the case back when you just needed to have strategic resources improved before they added the system where they actually build up as a resource. It was the case that if you didn't have a source of a strategic, units made out of that strategic couldn't heal naturally, and I wonder if that's still the case. That's not good. Obviously, it's not ideal for us. This is not a hill, and this is a hill, so it's going to block line of sight. So we really want to move our archers sort of around to the sides. And you are going to have to just, like, get over here and figure it out, man. Fight wounded until you get enough XP for a promotion. It's hard for me to imagine... Workshops are 780. Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine that it's going to be right to do anything other than just build the workshop here. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to take a while, but we need it. You definitely need to build your amphitheater. You know, we have a number of wonders available to us now. Let's actually make sure we know what they do. So this... Oh, I love the mausoleum. It grants a free Great Admiral when it's constructed. That's not usually great. Great Admirals are not usually very powerful. But it also means that all Great Admirals and Great Engineers can use their ability one extra time. And some of the Great Engineers are incredibly powerful, and an additional charge on their abilities is huge. But you have to build it adjacent to a harbor. We don't even have a harbor yet. Apadana is just envoys. It's fine. It's not bad. Temple of Artemis has food and housing and is actually kind of compelling, and also has a really low production cost because it's a very early game wonder. I'm surprised it's still here. Maybe we build the farm on this rice and then camp this deer so that we could build a Temple of Artemis, because 4 food and 3 housing in our capital would be awesome, actually. Kiwakisuani is fine. Must be built on coast. Oh, okay, we do. I was gonna say this city doesn't have coastal tiles, but no, it totally does. It has 1. 3 envoys. When you are suzerain of a city-state, you get a 15% boost to the type bonuses. That's interesting. I don't think we want to spend 36 turns building it, but it's certainly neat. I'm just looking for ones that might be directly relevant to our thing. This is +2 culture for rainforest tiles and +1 production for them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That tile's outside of range. Yeah, we have 8 rainforest tiles that could benefit from this in this city. Like this banana tile, which we're definitely already working. This banana tile, which we're already working. This is actually pretty good here. Well, I mean, let's finish the workshop. We need our workshop. We need our great engineer points coming in. Once we're getting great engineer points, hey, let's go get a wonder real quick becomes much more feasible. It's no longer such an investment. Oh, and I guess you can just shoot at that galley while you're here. My plan is to post the archer up on the hill, and this archer up on this hill. Because that way they can fire over the capital tile. I'm definitely worried that Mount Vesuvius could go off at any moment, but, I mean, that's always been the case, and it never has, so... It never has gone off, thus it never will go off. That's just solid logic. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. This is the turn, right? Yeah. How you feel? Oh, she feels like she will never give us peace. There is no deal she will make. She is viewing herself as stronger because she has more... She has a greater total military strength, but she's not considering the terrain, man. It's not enough to have the soldiers. They have to be in places where they can actually do stuff. Alright, so that's a good position. If we want to make this move available, we kind of have to kill this guy. Fortunately, and a crossbowman with 2 attacks is, like, terrifying. Let's start by softening you up a little bit, and I think we should definitely have the kill here now. Yeah, a crossbowman with 2 attacks at this point in the game is real good. Alright, now we can take up that position. This trade route... Stockholm is 3 food, 3 industry now. What a good trade route. I might run that from... Oh no, Jungle Pig's already running down there. Yeah, if we run the trade route from Västerås to Stockholm like I really want to, it's going to get pillaged again, but I think I am going to transfer it over there anyway. I don't think it's going to be the case that the enemy units are in our way for all that long. So I'm just going to be patient. He's just going to wait until the coast looks clear. Alright, so what do you want? You probably just want to build your commercial hub. And then the question is where? Well, if we built it over here, we get +3 gold from 2 from the river and 1 from the fact that it's adjacent to 2 other districts. That's sort of where I thought we were going to build the capital's commercial hub when the time comes, but that might be a little while. I can't afford to buy the tile anyway. Just somewhere next to the river makes sense, and this tile is kind of garbage. Yeah, just get to work on that. So when you build a district on a tile, the tile loses its original yields. It just becomes the district. So it's nice to build it like on a flat grassland there. This is like a 2 food tile that we're never going to want to work. Yeah, and everybody's working on like really important stuff, so let us continue. She wants cocoa. Oh, right, our theater square finished. I took her only source of cocoa, and now we're going to get to sell it back to her. That's pretty good. All I really want is gold. How much gold can we do here? 10? 9? Okay, but what about 8 gold return and also 10 more gold? No? We'll do 8 and 3. Okay, that's very reasonable. I'm glad we can be such good friends. Yeah, we stole her only source of cocoa, then sold it back to her. That's excellent. No thank you. Yeah, I really wonder if it's just pressure from us that's causing this rebellion, because it might be, right? We have a lot of citizens nearby now. Okay, they are attempting to aggress upon our good positions here, so let's Let's worry about this guy first. I'm less concerned about the dude next to Mount Vesuvius because of the fact that he's also in a rainforest, so his defense bonus is really high. Oh, we're not quite going to kill him. How much XP do you have? Oh, you're really far away from a level. Here, I'm going to have the normal archer finish him off so that we can use the other crossbow attack on something that has a little bit more health. Yeah, that crossbow unit is just going to tear these dudes apart. A crossbow with 2 promotions. Get your ranged units to that 4th promotion. For real, like, prioritize that highly. Alright, could we run it to... It would run a trade route to Jonkoping by sending it south? Really? I wish I could tell them... I wish I could instruct them at all on how to do this, because I really wish this trade route could just be run north along the mountain. First of all, it'd be really nice to have a road that goes directly from the one place to the other, and secondly, obviously there's this problem. Well, like I said, I think the play here is just be patient for a couple of turns. Let's root out the problem, and then... Yeah, they must be running out of stuff. They're sending up their, like, the first units they ever created that they haven't bothered to upgrade yet. And what are we going to do with all of our gold? What is our plan with our gold? Well, we could look to patronage. Let's see, we're about 10 turns. We're a little bit more than 10 turns off of earning this guy. That unknown player sneaking a great rider out from under us. It's a weird move. They can't think that they're actually going to compete, right? So I guess what we could be saving up for is just buying the market and the trader here, just like we did last time. Because that's pretty effective. That's a good way to do that thing. Okay, Mont Saint-Michel, I believe that is a religious wonder. A lot of people playing that religious game right now. Get ourselves a promotion. Can I kill you with the city ranged attack? I cannot. Let's city ranged attack here then. Just flood this dude with damage. Ooh, check that out. That's a new unit. Courser. Are you... What kind of guy are you? It is a light cavalry unit, so it's an upgrade from the horseman. 44 melee strength. That's powerful. Not very good against our forces. There's a swordsman over here because they sensed that I had an unguarded builder. That's alright, that Scythian warrior is going to solve the problem. I wonder if we might be better just, like, popping this over to Stockholm. No, I'm just going to wait. I think the right thing is to run it from Vasteras to one of our other good production cities. I'm just going to wait. Alright, we got an envoy here. So we could throw an envoy into Vilnius, but I think it makes more sense to put a 3rd envoy into Rapa Nui, pick up the extra culture from amphitheaters, and try to set up Amani for a very impressive double. So we just finished shipbuilding. We can now send units across the water. We're headed in the general direction of industrialization. This is our next sort of medium-term goal. So in order to get there, we will need to get all of these water techs. You can see they prereq. We're also going to have to pick up education and... no, that's it. Education feeds into mass production. So let's go ahead and get education. We don't yet know if we need the ability to maneuver across ocean tiles. +1 amenity for each lake tile within 1 tile of Huiteocali. Plus food and production for each lake tile in your empire. Huh, that's interesting. That's probably going to be pretty expensive. Yeah, 710 production. Let's pick up education first. The university is, in general, just good, and it's actually better for Sweden than it is for everybody, which is crazy, because it's extremely good for everybody. Hey, what do these religions do? I have all these religions in my land. What is Judaism? Allows construction of cathedrals. Extra slots for art. That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty good for us. Poland founded Judaism? Okay. We might, in the long term, it might be really beneficial for us to get cathedrals up in as many cities as possible. What else is fighting in our lands? Catholicism has Watts and not all of its beliefs yet. Feed the World is good, though. And Protestantism has been in our stuff as well. Meeting houses. Combat units gain 5 combat strength when within the borders of friendly cities that follow this religion. I'm assuming that this bonus only applies to the founder of the religion, not any... Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, so Protestantism in our lands is not hugely beneficial. We want Judaism. Or Catholicism for the sake of making Philip like us better. I think those are our 2 strategically useful religions. Alright, so hopefully we're going to be able to knock these guys out in a turn or 2 and get our trade route running again. Oh, you have earned your name. The Sharp Death? Sure, all of our ranged units will be the Something Death. So you get to finish that guy off. Anyone who comes across the river just gets absolutely pincushioned. She might be feeling a little bit more amenable to peace at this point. I think I would be if I were her. Let's see. Because if we negotiate her down to peace, we can run our trade route. How you feeling? That's a very large amount. Okay. I'll tell you what, this war is more annoying than anything else. You just don't do anything this turn. Got ourselves a great scientist. 3 random technological eurekas from the Renaissance or Industrial era. Do we want this, or do we want to pass this to somebody else? Unfortunately, there's no way to see what the next one is. I believe the way it works is that they're sort of organized by era, and they come up in the order of the eras, but within each era, they're in a random order. So you're not supposed to know what's coming next. I don't love this. I'm going to pass on that one. So, that has... oh, somebody else bought it immediately. And now we're in line to pick up Sir Isaac Newton, who I like quite a bit better. When we build the campus in Jungleping, he'll be great there. The Netherlands is actually pushing up behind us. We got to keep an eye on that. They might use patronage to steal that great person from us. Yeah, they still have a couple of units left, I guess. You cannot have my Iliad. You can come visit me and you can read it. Look with your eyes, not with your hands. Alright, so we got +1 movement for all naval units. Hooray! We should get some of those. You know, we're probably going to end up not actually building any units to go scout. We're just going to use some of these military units once the war is over, because we don't need this much stuff sitting around our territory. Alright, so everybody focus on the Courser, because that's a warrior, and I am not afraid of him. Okay, I was kind of hoping we'd get the Courser really low, but not quite kill it, so that the archer could finish the job. Yeah, this is just getting sad, is what it is. We might be safe to just go for this turn, but I'm going to wait. Well, hold on. I'm going to try to negotiate peace. We'll see. Now that she's lost all of her good units, she might be willing. Still 38 gold per turn, huh? That's I'm gonna not do it. We might be safe to do it, but I'm gonna wait one more turn here. Ooh, they have their quadrireme out, I guess, to support this guy as he runs up. He can stand in the one safe spot near Stockholm. He does have that option. Also, Stockholm is starting to feel bummed out. We need more amenities. Do I have... That's not the button I want. This is the button I want. Do we have spare... No, we have 1 copy of each of our luxuries. So we can't trade with anybody. We're just going to have to build a thing that gives us amenities, probably. This is what happens when the population keeps growing. Boy, there sure are a lot of Jewish apostles running around here. We do have to, like, at least keep an eye on the state of the religion victory. It would be a shame if one of the other players won the game by not interacting with any of the systems that we're interacting with, just basically completely ignoring us. I'm going to move you back, and you can shoot at this guy. I'm trying not to spend a lot of money on our troops, because I don't think we're really going to benefit from it in the long term. Looks like we can tap you, and then probably finish you off with this archer for the XP. I bet that catapult's coming over here. I think we can probably just wait for him. This guy is going to go get him some XP. I suppose it doesn't hurt me to run out to here. And the catapult's going to shoot at me if I run to there. Oh, this is a hill tile. This is also a hill tile. So, wooded tiles break line of sight in the same way that hills do. If you are standing on a hill tile, you can shoot over a wooded tile, unless that wooded tile is also a hill. And then it has essentially 2 height worth of vision blockers. So moving forward won't give me a shot here. I'm just going to wait in the city for a turn. We'll see what these guys do. And you are going to set up a camp so that I can eventually build the Temple of Artemis when my workshop is done. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't send him out, because that catapult would have pillaged. This is very annoying, though. Oh, Grenada became a free city. Let others say what they will, but the real flourishing of Renaissance-era culture began with the discovery of humanism by Sweden. I agree with that assessment. So we got access to some pretty good purple cards, and the museums. So there are 2 different museums. You can only have one of them in your theater square. The Archaeological Museum holds artifacts, which are created by archaeologists out of antiquity sites that are all over the world. We currently can't see them. We haven't developed the civics necessary to do that. The art museum works a lot more like the amphitheater in that it has slots for great works of art, which are created by great artists. We'll probably build some art museums first. Yep, this catapult has dropped the ball. It has made a tactical error in approaching our city. That's a real easy kill. You can move to here and safely shoot this guy from nice and far away. You can also shoot this guy. You know, honestly, I wouldn't think that pike is going to do very good damage here. Fighting us across the river. He probably is screwed. Okay, and you need to withdraw. Phoenicia does not have loyalty enough to keep Grenada, and it looks like it will become ours in 9 turns. So apparently it was just loyalty pressure from me that was causing the problem. They must not, because we know they didn't settle this city, right? This is a city-state. They must not have any other cities nearby. This kind of adventurism is frowned upon by the mechanics. Okay, now I bet we're cool. She might be willing to agree to a reasonable peace deal now. 24 gold per turn for 30 turns? That's more reasonable. I'm gonna run the trade route now. I think we're okay. She has very few units left. And I want that industry. We need to get that city going. Oh hey. I should probably have looked at this earlier. Our units are actually medieval units, so this great general is useful. So any medieval or Renaissance land unit within 2 tiles gets +5 combat strength and +2 movement. +1 movement. We are within range of these 2 units here, so they would have gotten a little bit of bonus damage on their shots, and they will have some extra combat strength for defense, at least now that we've teleported over here. That's a pretty good great general. Alright, and now we know the next thing that we want is exploration. On the way to exploration, we're going to pick up military tradition, which we never bothered to get. It does not have great cards in it. It does have the ability for all of your units to grant flanking and support bonuses to each other. Flanking is a bonus that is added to melee units. If you have 2 melee units and they're next to each other and adjacent to the same enemy, they each get a flanking bonus against that enemy, I believe is how it works. It's like 2 combat strength or something. It's not nothing, but it's not huge. And support bonuses are if you have a non-combat military support unit in the same tile as a military combat unit. So, for example, a great general. The military unit gets a strength bonus. We'll also pick up military training, which will give us an envoy and some better military cards. Military cards we actually care about a little bit. Mercenaries, which has some actually quite good stuff on it, and another envoy. And then exploration itself. So, as much as I'm thinking I want to build that wonder, just because it seems very good, we do also have to get our museums up soon. Jungle Pig will probably start building the museum immediately. Do we want to change our social policies? Kind of want to throw down serfdom. Maybe pull urban planning for a second for serfdom. Because we don't want to pull aesthetics, right? I guess the question is, do I value aesthetics more than urban planning? Not, is aesthetics sort of good in a general sense? I think the answer might actually be no. I think urban planning is pretty good for us at the moment. We have cities that need industry very, very badly. Yeah, I'm gonna lower our culture income rather than our industry income for a couple of turns here. We're gonna need builders. Probably only like one or two. Well, hold on. So we're going to get to change our policies for free every time we research a civic. So, like, repeatedly over the next couple of turns. We probably don't actually want serfdom until we're right on getting the workers. And remember, we don't even want to spend all this money for workers because we definitely want to buy the market and the trade unit for our commercial hub. So that's going to be 480 for the market plus 240 for the commercial hub. So yeah, I think we're better off not buying builders, instead building the builders. We could buy a builder now and I guess delay the trader. No, I want to get that trader up quickly. The desperation. They're just running warriors forward now. Alright. An urban development treaty. Doubled production toward buildings in this district. G. What district might we choose? And then, the border control treaty again. I am less concerned about the border control treaty this time. I think we got a lot of the value that we're going to get out of it. So where's everybody else on favor? We gave Philip enough that he is now going to be a little bit of a pain. That said, everybody's just going to vote. Well, we might see people accidentally working together on this, so I might want to go kind of hard on that one. And then we'll just put in a free vote here for ourselves. I don't think this one matters that much. Do I want to vote again? We're now outstripping any one other player's vote. But I'm concerned that like 2 people might vote for campus and put all their favor in, and together they could beat us. And we know somebody thinks that Theater Square stuff is important enough that they're buying Great Writers via patronage. They may well vote for Theater Square on this with us. I'm going to put one more vote in. This is pretty important to me. I think we should spend as much favor on it as we possibly can. And this one I don't care about so much. Alright, what do we got? Theater Square 1. Harbor... Oh, City Center was a choice. That's interesting. I didn't even think about that. To be honest with you, I did not read the list. I knew I wanted Theater Square. And I won on this. Did everybody just free vote for themselves? Yep, everybody free voted for themselves, and we got picked. It's just good luck right there. Okay, bonus production toward buildings and theater squares is pretty good right now. So I don't think we want to change this yet. We got ourselves Isaac Newton, who I think is a fantastic pull. I'm just going to go have him hang out in the position that we know he's going to hang out in. I guess, actually, Uppsala's campus doesn't have a library yet. Yeah, he can just do that. So we'll have him run over there. Sorry, what we should really do is have him teleport. Oh, he can't teleport to Uppsala because there's a unit of his type standing there already. Each tile can only hold 1 unit of each type, and the different types are the different shapes of the unit markers. So we could just... hold on. The way we can resolve this is by linking these units And I'm going to have you guys fire on this dude with your bonus combat strength and eliminate him. And then we'll move this unit across the water here, allowing me to eliminate that guy. Oh, one of your great generals has overseen their first victorious offensive against an enemy unit. I did not realize there was an air score bonus for that. We're going to get so close to the Golden Age. I don't think we're going to actually get it, though, which is a shame. And now I feel like our trade route is pretty safe. You're good. So now he can take the teleport over to here and then walk from there. Still going to be kind of slow. And you have got to be willing to give up. You've got to realize you're just throwing good money after bad here. She's coming around to the idea. You're losing this war so badly. I don't want to go take... We're going to go take Utrecht, I guess. I'm going to need another melee unit. This swordsman is not going to be able to capture the city. Oh, you guys are done for the turn. You try to fortify. Maybe he'll heal properly in the city. And then, like I said, yeah, I think we're just going for art museums. Only a 9-turn build. That's really nice. It's a shame the production bonus doesn't apply to the theater square itself. Okay, now she's coming around. This is a good deal. Except I don't want your horses. Okay. Take a horse or get nothing. Can I take 1 iron? I'm just curious if having 1 iron will let that unit heal. I think this is a fine peace deal. Okay, so now our man is totally safe. Medieval era ends in 8 turns. Yeah, we're going to get really close. Right now, if we double our envoys, we'll meet Tamiris. So I'm going to put 1 more envoy into Rapa Nui, so that when we double it, we go over her instead. You can take your promotion. We have a pretty solid defensive force now. I think I'm going to send 1 of these archers across the ocean. Sharp Death, you have been randomly nominated. The Light Death are going to stay at home. They are the core of our military. Keep an eye on this guy's health. So he's at 39 now. I think he healed some. I guess I don't actually know if it's due to the iron or if it's due to him being in the city. For some reason we got the notification about Grenada again. People are out here making peace, which is nice. Let's keep healing. And my promise to the Dutch to not settle near them is considered fulfilled. So now we could settle near them if we wanted to, and it wouldn't cause a problem. Tamiris has declared war on Dido. This does not pull us into war against Dido. The defensive pact only triggers, you know, in defense. I do not believe there are offensive pacts in this game. The Blood Bows, come on. The Hades Sharps. Well, we got to keep you on theme, but I like where your head's at. The Hades Death. I unironically think that's pretty good. I actually like that quite a bit. Alright, I'm thinking... we don't have libraries anywhere. You know what, guy? Maybe I should have just had him... Yeah, okay, walk back to this campus. I built all these campuses, but I never bothered to build new libraries. Right, you guys are headed out on a great adventure. So we can now build the mausoleum. And I do want to do that. One of the big things about Wonders, right, is that they're competitive. Only 1 player can build them. But I think if nobody else has built the Temple of Artemis by now, probably they're not going to, right? We probably have time to build a museum and then get it. And I want to get those great artist points flowing in. Okay, here we are purchasing the market. We are next turn going to have enough for the trader, thanks to the extra gold from the peace deal. Let's... Oh, your housing is all screwed up. Okay, let's Get you a granary first. How long would it take you to build a builder? Because that will also help. Let's get the granary. Right, because the mine we would build here does not give housing. Yeah, let's make the granary happen. Scythia has been declared on by Fez. Fez is a city-state, I guess? I don't know who that is. Oh, she's developed embassies. That is a civic that we do not yet have access to. We now have the ability to create universities. I think these guys just hang out on this hill. This hill is in a good strategic location. We do not need to put this envoy into Rapa Nui, probably, so I'm just going to grab the 2 culture per turn from Vilnius. Trade route capacity. So where are we buying this trade route? Or where are we running this trade route from? I wonder if I maybe actually want to run it from Stockholm. At some point we should probably start trading with our neighbors. I'm just thinking Stockholm, even though Stockholm has a lot of sources of industry, it also could still use more. But you know what? We probably Västerås needs it more than anywhere else, right? Oh, they're 305 now. And I'm at 304. Well, I'll buy it next turn, I guess. Alright, we have education. Kind of think the next thing we want is mass production. I want to be able to build a shipyard in our existing harbor, and we also just need to get over here. Once we have industrialization, we're going to gain a lot of industry very quickly. We're also going to have to, you know, be careful not to destroy the world. They would love it if I would give them some favor in exchange for some stuff that I don't really value. Do I have salt? I don't, right? She wouldn't offer this to me. No, it would appear down here, yeah. So actually, I don't know that I really want your horse, but I'm guessing we won't be able to get anything for the value of a single horse. And that salt actually would be useful. Okay, you convinced me. Yep, and that was enough. The amenity from that was enough to get Stockholm set up. Ooh, 1,000-year floods. We lost the population, 2 tiles were damaged, but 9 tiles were fertilized. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow, some of those tiles became pretty good. What a good tile that is now. We need builders. Also, our alliance with Jadwiga has run its course. This just happens. You have to renew them every so often. Friendship and alliance. Yep, okay. Cool, let us stay friends. Isaac Newton has created our first library and university. Yeah, we're going to end up so close to a golden age. And hey, the swordsman did actually heal. Well, that's nice. Where do I want to put him? I don't think Stockholm is really a place that needs a lot of defenders sitting around. You know, maybe I'm going to turn this around. Let's run the archer over to Stockholm and have this guy stand on that hill. We lost a population in Uppsala. We had to fix some tiles up. Theater Square here is all screwed up now. That's fine. It's not a big deal. So let's purchase our builder, or our trader rather. Builders are 295 right now. We may end up just purchasing the builder that we need. How many turns are we from the end of the era? It's really nearby, right? So they're offering to trade me some pigs, which are some truffles, which I could actually really use. I'm a little leery about trading away too much of my favor, though. I mean, we don't have any cities that are miserable. Your cities, at Satisfied, are not producing the maximum number of resources. If you have one more amenity than you need, your cities become happy. I think there's a level of amenities above that, too. That gives an even bigger bonus. So there is value in having luxuries above the amount that you actually need. 4 gold and 5. Actually, yeah, this is fine. And open borders with her may end up being valuable to us. Big religious war happening in our territory. I couldn't care any less about this than I currently do. You guys have fun. Don't break anything. So 2 turns from now, we're going to be able to purchase a builder. That's probably what we're thinking, right? Where are we at on the next Great Rider? Okay, we're getting him next turn. And we probably will be in a position to get the one after that. I'm just thinking, like, this amphitheater here is not an emergency, and it might be better to get moving on this stuff. Still don't actually know whether we want the Ancestral Hall or not. Guess I could just build the builder. Then what am I spending gold on? We have enough population now. We've continued to grow at such a rate that actually we probably need more than one builder. Alright. When we hit exploration, we'll pop serfdom in for a little bit, and we'll get some good builders going. And you are just going to run a trade route down to Uppsala. Yeah, I don't think the trade routes to our allies are quite good enough yet to justify using. At some point, we're going to get some social policies that will really increase their yields dramatically. Oh, somebody's attacking Grenada to try to take it into their empire by force. Oh, and somebody did build the Temple of Artemis. What a sad time. I mean, I don't care that much. So you, Miguel de Cervantes, should probably just teleport over to here. You would think that we'd be able to find a better use for all of this teleportation technology than just getting Miguel de Cervantes to a place where he can write Don Quixote in more comfort. But apparently not. Yeah, that's a shame. Grenada's gonna fall just before it becomes ours. Well, I'm not really in a position to do anything about it, unfortunately. Okay, so you are here. This is where you live now. We're gonna have to go up along the coast. I mean, how far off are we from having ocean maneuvering? Pretty far off still, actually. Yeah, alright. Try to find a path through the shallow water. For some reason, Grenada has declared war on Scythia. Oh, it's become a city-state again. Oh, hey, okay, the medieval era ends in 1 turn. We're going to end up 1 per... Oh, no, actually, I think taking this great person, yeah, is going to give us the 1 era score we need. We just hit a golden age. That's beautiful. Okay, so I think what happened here is that somebody conquered Grenada and chose to resurrect it as a city-state rather than take it as a city. It was Dido. That's inconvenient for us. We were going to get a free city. Well, I didn't bother to get over there and make sure it was going to happen, so nobody to blame but myself, I suppose. Alright, all cities with a district are going to lose a housing and an amenity here. That's something we're going to have to cope with, but the extra policy slot is very useful. So we know we want to run... Hold on, let's move this up here. We know we want to run serfdom for a moment. What are we going to put in this red slot? Production toward naval units is not terrible. Production toward military units is not very exciting. Also, an amenity for any city with a garrisoned unit at this point actually may be useful. And then we have this empty slot. So we could run Medina Quarter. This is effective in both the capital and Uppsala. I think specialty districts, not just districts. So the aqueduct doesn't count, which means that the city on the coast is not going to benefit, and Jungleping is also not going to benefit, right? Because it's just commercial hub, theater square for right now. Might we be better off going for, like, more production in the capital? I guess our industrial zone has bad adjacency bonuses. More gold from caravansaries, perhaps? 6 gold per turn. It's not awesome. We may well want to run colonial offices soon, but not yet. So it might be the case that we just want to throw in an actual purple card in the purple slot. Great engineer points. Hmm. I mean, actually, we do know that Uppsala is struggling with housing right now. We built that granary, but that's only going to solve the problem for a little while. And it's going to lose a housing because we changed our government. So yeah, let's run Medina Quarter for right now. Our knowledge of castles has advanced considerably with our new government. Oh, and the new government actually took us over the era score limit as well. So this great engineer just builds wonders. 2 charges of 215 production toward wonder construction. We are starting to get to the point of the game where there are good wonders for our victory type, and we are going to want to construct them quickly. That is what this dude is for. A lot of the wonders that we're looking at have costs like in the 600 to 1,000 range, so 400 free production on them is a big deal. I don't know exactly what we'll do with them yet. You just hang out for a moment. Okay, you are headed up this way. There's a single tile of deep water there, so we're going to have to go around. You can continue making great works for us. And now that we have exploration and humanism, the game has opened up a little bit. This diplomatic service will give us the ability to construct a spy and a big boost to our ability to run trade routes with our allies. We're headed toward the open-air museum. Hopefully we can actually get some citizens on some new some cities on some new terrain types. So the campus at this point has the additional benefit of adding 2 housing to this city. I think I want to build the granary first and then the campus right after. As long as we keep Medina Quarter running, you know. So let's go ahead and queue that up. I think we do want this very, very good campus. Okay, and we are purchasing a builder. But where? So, like, where do we need the improvements really badly? We want a builder out of Vasteras. We need to do some improvements around Uppsala, but that could be that same guy. Probably we actually want to buy the builder here, right? Alright. Oh, we were the first person to get a Tier 2 government. It wasn't just us moving up, it was us being the first to move up. Hey to Meier. Before I make any other decisions here, I definitely want to keep my alliance level with you ticking upward. And let's remain militarily allied, because I still don't trust Wilhelmina or Philip. Alright. So we are in a golden age. We are exerting extra loyalty pressure on people, and we get one of these very good dedications. So, +2 movement for all builders, and we can purchase civilian units with faith, and also they're cheaper to purchase with faith and gold. Obviously, this is not good for us. +3 starting population for cities settled on different continents than our first city. +2 movement for naval and embarked units. That sounds very compelling. Traders cannot be plundered. International trade routes provide +3 gold per specialty district in the foreign city. Okay, Hicks on Draconis and Reform the Coinage are both very compelling. This one is more hopeful. Like, we don't know that we're going to find a good spot to settle. But man, if we were to find like 2 spots to put down cities, which will be easier with the movement bonus, the benefit of this would be tremendous. I'm going to take this and hope. I am choosing to hope. So Grenada would like it if we recruit a great writer. These guys want the Eureka for astronomy, and these guys want a great scientist. I think we can do a lot of that. What does the Eureka for astronomy require? Where's... This is cartography, not astronomy. Where on earth is astronomy? It's right here. Build a university adjacent to a mountain. Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely doable. All of our campuses are adjacent to mountains. So, wonders. We could build Huiteocali. This is a little weird because it will remove the yields of the lake tile we build it on, so we'll actually only improve one of these lake tiles. But it will make lakes everywhere in our empire better. This is the only lake we have. It could be good, though, if we find a lake elsewhere. I kind of like this still. +3 envoys when built, and then some extra culture from our city-states is not bad. The Taj Mahal is +1 era score from historic moments. Apadana is fine. I think probably just a lot worse than Kilwakisawani. It's, I guess, worth noting that Apadana would be completely finished by the Great Engineer. Are we close to one that we would really like? We could just save the Engineer, right? What is this? Great Zimbabwe. +1 trade route capacity. Trade routes from this city get 2 gold for every bonus resource within 3 tiles of this city and in the city's territory. Must be adjacent to cattle and a commercial hub owned by this city. Okay, well, I guess we're not building that one. Yeah, we have 2 sources of cattle and neither one of them are... Okay, yeah, that's not a thing. The Hagia Sophia, obviously, we used last game. It's great if you're doing that thing. It's not so good for our thing. University of Sankor must be built on the desert or desert hills adjacent to a campus of the university. Okay, a lot of these have very specific requirements that we unfortunately are just not well suited to meeting. Potala Palace gives you an extra green slot in your government. That's really not... Boy, of all the slot types. See, we're headed in the direction of Ruhr Valley. Must be adjacent to an industrial zone and a river. Ruhr Valley is extremely good. It gives a lot of bonus production. But we don't really have a lot of good mine locations, so it's not going to be as amazing for us as it is sometimes for players. We do have a spot where we could build it. We'd have to remove our extremely good bananas to do it. What else is up here? Oxford University. 2 free techs is pretty cool. Unfortunately, not very reliable. All right, what about Civic Wonders? Because Civic Wonders are the ones that are a little bit more relevant to our victory type, right? We are not close to any. The good ones are coming up. Angkor Wat must be built adjacent to an aqueduct, +1 population, and housing in all cities. Criminy. That's a pretty good one. Must be built adjacent to an aqueduct. Is that still up for grabs? We wouldn't be able to see it. Yeah. We wouldn't be able to see it in the capital. We could build that. It could go right there. That's a pretty good wonder. And the Great Engineer would finish more than half of it. It's a big build. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do is use one of this builder's charges to remove this rainforest while the queue is empty next turn. We'll just do it next turn. I'll explain it while I'm doing it. So that's what we want to use you on. So I'm just going to pop you over to Vasteras. You want to probably throw a plantation up on this. Give us a little bit of housing. Go around here and explore. So if we want to build a wonder here, we're probably just building it slow. We're okay on housing for right now. I probably don't need the aqueduct right this second. So we could build the speculative settler. We're actually very close to being able to build another district. So if I don't build a settler, and thus don't take a point of population out of the city, that could be useful. Let's just throw another builder down, right, while we have serfdom up. Not quite going to finish before our next civic, which is a little awkward. It's fine. And here we definitely have stuff to do. So at this point, we have 2 art museums. We have great artist points coming in. We're going to be able to hold 2 great artists worth of great works. I wonder if our 3rd museum should instead be archaeological, just to make sure that we don't end up with a bunch of great work slots sitting empty. I guess an archaeological museum's great work slots are going to sit empty, at the very least, until we have archaeology, right? Okay, you have many victories in times of peace. That is exactly the kind of victory I am always interested in. Alright, so, with the queue sitting empty here, the builder, it's going to take the builder a turn to just sit there. That's a shame. My plan was to chop this with the queue sitting empty, which would apply the industry from the chop to whatever goes into the queue next, allowing us to clear this and start building on the tile the same turn without just losing the rainforest. But he doesn't have enough move to make that happen. Okay, so there's a lot of land up here. Unfortunately, a lot of it's already taken. We probably... This gives the great people points as well. I'm thinking we want to get this stuff done, obviously, while we have the 100% bonus production. But also, this stuff is not expensive. Let's get our watt done. Hopefully we can get through the extra production quickly. We have so many things we need to build in Valsteris. Probably what we should do is just channel all of our gold into Valsteris for a while. And with the builders already out, that shouldn't be a problem. I don't think we're going to need gold for anything else for a while. Alright. Buttress doesn't actually do anything for us. So we now have the ability to create spies. We can also create resident embassies. If accepted, the recipient will be a bit friendlier and will gain a level of access, which will help us know what people's other agendas are. So we should try to get embassies established with everybody, like, immediately. We have the ability now to declare holy wars and to declare liberation wars. No grievances will be generated for liberating any cities that were captured from you or one of your friends. We have the ability to build spies, and now we have this whole espionage game unlocked. We probably should not go too much further here. So what do I want to improve? I guess, yeah, we should definitely build that quarry. That's a real thing. You should throw 215 production into this wonder. Yeah, I'm glad that I got open borders with them, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to traverse the deep water here, and we would have been stuck. I think we're going to not change up our government this time. I'm going to keep serfdom in place so that the builder we get here has the extra charges. We'll change up our policies after the next thing the next civic we gain. So, religious tourism effects are halved versus your civilization. This refers to the tourism that comes from relics and also from holy cities. The holy city of an empire, or the holy city of a religion, generates tourism. This is not really a big deal. +1 amenity to cities with specialty districts, extra gold and extra science from the districts that do those things, versus plus movement. Ooh, triangular trade is interesting. We don't have the ability to see niter or coal yet, but we're working on the ability to see coal. Camp improvements get better, and also we get access to a pretty good naval unit. Yeah, let's go mercantilism first. Mercantilism is also the thing that leads to civil engineering, which is pretty powerful. Plus production toward all wonders. Plus production toward builders, and the builders get extra build actions. Yeah, I like civil engineering quite a bit. Obviously, we will need nationalism. Alright, and is this... this is probably where we should stop. I want to keep playing, but unfortunately I have lots of other stuff to record. We're being re-denounced, which probably is a precursor to another war that she will lose horribly, because we still have the Light Death. Oh, a 1,000-year flood that it's entirely positive. Had no negative effect, just fertilized tiles. That doesn't really directly affect us. That river's pretty far north of us. Oh, it seems to have damaged the city. Well, that's fine. They're not at war or anything. It doesn't matter. Their city is temporarily damaged. Alright, let's go and build farms and plantations. We have a lot of things to build. Okay, so 13 turns left on Angkor Wat. I think that's a reasonable price to pay for that building. But man, we have a lot of stuff we need to get done in that city. Also have an extra source of cocoa now. We've discovered for ourselves another continent, another new continent. In the capital, we have the ability to build a commercial hub, and we probably should. Do I want to make an entertainment complex? We could also build a dam. The dam will be 3 extra housing, which we don't need urgently, but we do eventually need. And it will chill this river out. I don't know that I want to, though. We're not built on most of the floodplains. I kind of wanted to keep depositing that good stuff. Yeah, I might just go commercial district instead. Build that right here. Because trade routes are very valuable. What else could we build? It's pretty much just commercial hub versus entertainment complex. We are going to need entertainment complexes eventually. You can't produce enough amenities to keep your cities happy through luxuries if they're going to grow constantly. And we have strong feelings about them growing constantly. Whatever, the entertainment complex will have to be next. We got ourselves a great general, which is not amazing. We already have a medieval and Renaissance one, but he can form a corps out of a military land unit. That's kind of cool. And, of course, every time we take a great person, we get favor, so we're just going to keep taking them. So basically, you can just make a land unit even stronger. I am very tempted to do this on our extremely good crossbowmen. In fact, I am 100% for sure going to do this on our extremely good crossbowmen. Dido and Tamiris have made peace, which is kind of whatever. That doesn't really affect us. Alright, I'm hopeful that this new landmass, where the Phoenician city of Brussels was found, will have a nice spot for us to put down a city. We'll pop Magnus over there, we'll get a free builder. Yeah, we didn't actually build that thing yet. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and go for the Ancestral Hall. Man, we have a lot of stuff to build here. I'm assuming I cannot buy those, yeah. I can buy the buildings in the theater square, and probably will, but we cannot buy the government square buildings. It's a little unfortunate that this was the city where Angkor Wat was easy to construct. I could have just built an aqueduct here and done it in the capital, but the capital also has things it needs to build. Yeah, alright. I think that's gonna probably be the place where we stop for now. I think things are going pretty well. We're up to only 33 tourism. You don't gain tourism very quickly through the early game, and a lot of the biggest boosts, the places where it's going to start really mattering, are really late in the tree. We're going to pick up things like double your tourism output from various sources, or just plus 25 tourism everywhere across your empire. Where is... Yeah, social media is going to give us a big boost. You already do get a tourism boost to other empires you have a trade route with. It is a percentage of your current tourism, so early in the game, it's not even really worth doing. Like, I think it's 25%. Putting 8 extra tourism on people is not actually going to flip them in any meaningful way. But once we start getting these big bonuses, it will. So mostly, we're in it to just keep developing, keep getting the great works in place, and get them ready. Get these big, flat amounts of tourism ready for all of the extremely good modifiers we're going to be picking up in the future. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if we can indeed flood Zealandia with Swedish cities. And we'll see you then.